I have nobody to talk to about my insane schizophrenic older sister, and I really need to vent about her right now, so you guys are it. I haven't spoken to my sister in 10 years. I haven't seen her in 10 years. We've been estranged for a very long time because she was incredibly abusive, emotionally, physically, psychologically growing up. And I want no part of her in my fucking life. Thank you very much. And I've done a really good job of making sure that she doesn't have access to my life. I've had her blocked on everything for years and years and years, because if you give her an inch, she will take 5 miles. Well, I'm working yesterday, as one does when they're a productive member of society, and I take a potty break and scroll on Instagram for a second, and I see that she started following me on Instagram. First, what the fuck? I thought my Instagram was private. Somehow that got changed. Anyways, she adds me on Instagram. I don't know how long she had access to my Instagram, probably a few minutes at most, but it was enough and the damage was done. I immediately block her, text my mom to say, hey, my sister, insert name, added me on Instagram somehow. I immediately blocked her. It's probably going to set her off. Just wanted to let you know. And not even a minute later, she calls my dad. Now, I don't talk to her. My mother doesn't talk to her. Extended family doesn't talk to her because she's incredibly mentally unwell. The only person who talks to her is my dad, who also has to hand deliver her medication to her once a week in small doses. Otherwise, she will take all of it and then result in another psych hold. Anyways, she calls my dad because she lost her ever-loving fucking shit. She is going off about seeing photos from my wedding and, allegedly she just accusing my dad of saying, no, granted, we had a micro courthouse wedding, and she was like, well, who are all these other people there? It's like, well, that's my husband's family, and you didn't tell me that you went to Seafair with her. Like, okay, is he not allowed to see me at all? And oh, she has this nice Cadillac. What does she do? How does she make her money? Where does she work? Like, trying to get all this information about me, and my dad's not giving it to her. And he's just trying to talk her off the ledge at this. Like, apparently they had like an hour-long conversation about like this stupid shit. And then lo and behold, I find out that she finds my LinkedIn. Okay, I block her on LinkedIn. And then I find her 6 other LinkedIn profiles and I block those. And this isn't my first rodeo with her. Like, I have been the center of her delusions multiple times in my life. I think it's because I'm the one person that was never a doormat to her. I always had like a nice and shiny spine, and she couldn't manipulate me like other people. And so, after she got divorced from her husband, she firmly believed I was having an affair with her husband, which is gross. She believed once that I was rich and lived in a mansion on the coast of California. Fuck, I wish. And this is in addition to just her other fun delusions. Like, for a long time, she believed that the FBI was listening into her via the lighter in my mom's old Ford Focus. She also firmly believed at one point that she was dating an NHL hockey player. God, what was his name? I can't remember his name. He played for the Dallas Stars, I think. Anyways, she firmly believed that she was dating him and stalked him and harassed him. And it was something. She also once swatted herself. It wasn't funny at the time. It's really funny to me now. Anyways, this isn't my first time with her, right? She's usually harmless, except when she gets really mad, she'll call the cops on you and accuse you of things. Once she called the cops and told them I pushed her down the stairs, and then called my therapist and told her I pushed her down the stairs. She's called the cops on my parents multiple times, to the point where like they just won't show up. They won't answer the call. Like, they won't show up at my parents' house anymore. And Mom, I'm really sorry for airing this dirty laundry. I just have to vent. Anyways, after all this went down, I had to text my boss and HR and be like, hey, my sister's having an episode. She might contact the firm. Just want to give you a heads up. She's mentally unwell. It's so embarrassing. Do you know how many times in my life I've had to do that? Where my sister's having a fucking episode and somehow I get roped into it in some capacity, and I have to let my boss know, hey, this is incoming. And she's done it. She's done it. She has tried to get me fired. She has tried to do so much awful shit. It's just, I could write a Harry Potter length series about my sister. I'm not going to do that right now, but Fuck. Just leave me alone. Let me be. This TikTok page is the one thing I have that's public. I want one thing for myself. So if she sees this, I don't care anymore. I'm so over it. For fuck's sake, get a life. Make something of yourself. Take your meds like you're supposed to. Can you do that? Can you take your medication as prescribed? Maybe this wouldn't keep happening if you did that. Many of us have mental health issues, myself included. I have depression, I have PTSD, but regardless of whether or not you have mental health issues, it's still your responsibility to not be an asshole. You have to take some personal accountability for your behavior, which she has never once done, ever. She has never once apologized. She has never once owned up to her mistakes. To this day, yesterday, in fact, she's asking me, well, what did I do to her? What did I do? I didn't do anything. It's this absolutely impressive level of narcissism on top of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder that's just astounding. I'm sorry this was so long. Congratulations if you've made it this far. I also just want to note, I am not a malicious person. She is still my sister at the end of the day. I want her to eat, just not at my table, if that makes any sense. I want her to do well in life. I want her to succeed. I want her fed and clothed and warm and happy, just not with me around. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much.